Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Saturday, March 22, 2025. Let's go. All right, yesterday we had a sell-off and it left gold down $20 to 2,023, and silver down 53 cents to $33. Both had been lower prior in the day, giving us a dip buying opportunity. What was happening yesterday was triple witching, okay, and options in the futures markets were rotating out of March contracts into, I guess, April and May contracts. All right, though silver spot is $33. Silver futures closed out at 33.29 for March and then rotated into April and May. May future price is 33.53. All right, so you can see about a 50-cent differential, and I believe 33 is probably good support in the futures market, and I think in the silver market, anything with a 32 handle, the lower the better, is a buying opportunity, and gold as well. Anything under 3,000 is clearly a buying opportunity, in my opinion, for gold. Okay, the GSR stayed up around 91 and a half. Silver, you can see this GSR over the last year spiking up from 88. No, not last year. Hold on one second. Over the last month, let's see, from 88 back up to 91 and a half. Pretty much bounced off 92, but a lot of resistance on the GSR up here in the 92s, and that would be good for silver in comparison to gold if we have a retracement back down now that all the triple witching is over. Okay, let's keep moving here. In the 10-year, 10-year closed up just a hair to 4.25. Dollar closed up nearly 1/3% to 104.15. I think having to do with currency around the world. The Swiss National Bank has lowered its key interest rate by 25 basis points, making the dollar a little stronger on the day. But note that their key interest rate is now 0.25%. Rates all over the world are generally lower than U.S. rates. And why is that? Well, we have a lot of bonds to sell this year, and I think that's part of the strategy that we're slowing the economy. We can bring down interest rates, and then we can sell a whole bunch of bonds that other people may not otherwise buy. In the copper market, still incredibly strong, although off a little bit, but $5.10 for a pound of copper. There you go. Copper in demand, a strategic metal, and if you don't think silver is strategic, don't believe what people tell you. Okay, in the economic calendar, where did I go? What is this? Hold on one second. In the economic calendar, here we go. Okay, on Monday the 24th, we have S&P, U.S. Services PMI, Flash Manufacturing PMI. Tuesday, the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, Consumer Confidence, New Home Sales. Wednesday, Durable Good Order, and St. Louis Fed Head Speaker. Thursday, initial jobless claims. So that looks to be the first major release that'll probably move the markets, probably initial jobless claims on Thursday, and then PCE, an inflation measure that the Fed watches closely. And right now, no changes in Fed interest rate cuts. Still predicting about 2 cuts, a little more than 2 cuts this year. But the Fed is definitely watching the slowdown in the economy, and I think they're worried about it. That's why they reduced their quantitative tightening. They can't be selling bonds into a market that is saturated, and hopefully people will start buying bonds. I think if rates start to fall, everybody's going to load into 10-year bonds, trying to capture that appreciation when rates fall. Okay, now before we get on to the deals, the question of the day. All right, guys, what will you give up for precious metals? I'm going to show you what I gave up the other day. I'm currently cooking Farmer John sausage instead of my favorite, Jimmy Dean. And yeah, why? Because they had it on sale at $2.99 a chub as opposed to $5, $6 on the Jimmy Dean. When you go shopping, how do you shop? I shop for generics generally, unless I'm really in love with a certain product. And then I look for the specials that they have on the generics. My wife, on the other hand, goes in and buys the top tier product and usually buys it on a day when they're charging double for it. So what is your approach to saving money? The other thing I found the other day was I found a turkey, a frozen turkey on sale for $12. What did I do? I bought that sucker. I brought it home and I made turkey jerky for the dogs. Okay, this $12 batch of turkey jerky probably would be about 30 bucks or more if you bought the treats that our dogs eat like candy. So there's another thing that I did. What do you do? What do you give up for precious metals? Do you even think that way? Do you save money so you can invest money in this hobby? Let me know what your best tips and tricks are. I know how I do it, but I'm a cheapskate. How do you do it? All right, on to the deals of the day. Okay, and while you're thinking about it, I appreciate all the additional thumbs up and subscriptions, welcome new members, and the sharing to social media. Thank you so much. You're making these videos take off, and I do appreciate that. The more people that get the message on where to buy cheap gold and silver, the better. We're not about the hype, we're just about the deals. Let's get going. Thank you again for the thumbs up. Okay, let's do a 1 gram random gold. That's 109 today at Summit Metals. The new customer deal still there at bullion.com, 97.78 for a gram of gold. And the 2 gram deal over at Scottsdale is no longer available. Congrats to you guys that picked that up. I think some of you picked up a bunch of those and you cleaned them out. And 2 grams for 194 bucks. And then there were discount codes as well and ways to get free shipping, I think. So good for you. Good for you for getting that cheap small gold. You cannot go wrong with cheap small gold. Okay, a 1/10 gold eagle this morning, 337 at Summit Metals. A 1/10 gold maple, these are all BU coins unless I say otherwise, 334 at Summit Metals. Here's a circulated gold maple for you guys that are on a budget, 331 at Pimbex. All right, and now as it dawns on me that where will we find the cheapest small gold? You know, the metric gold is very popular in Europe for obvious reasons. And I think Americans overlook it and therefore prices can be depressed. So I'm going to look more carefully at small metric gold. Here's an example right now, and you can get a 5 gram gold at Bullion exchanges for $512. Now we're going to do the math on that. 512, 2, divided by 5. So that is 102 a gram times 31.1 grams in a troy ounce, and I think it's worth doing this. Okay, there's a melt on this of 31.84 as opposed to a melt on, let's say this circulated maple of 33.10. So look how much cheaper that 5 gram is on a melt basis than a beat up gold maple. So I'd like to draw your attention to that. You can search those deals as well, but there's 5 gram gold at a pretty good melt price. Okay, a BU 1/4 ounce gold eagle for you people that only want the best of fractional gold, 811 at Summit Metals. And a 1/4 ounce BU Krugerrand, 798 at Summit Metals. $5 commemorative is a 0.24 ounce of U.S. sovereign gold, and that is 751. If we do the math on that, 751 divided by 0.24, you're going to have a melt on that of 31.29. Okay, so pretty close to what I showed you, but I'd prefer the U.S. sovereign gold over the gold bar, personally anyway. Okay, and let's keep going. We'll try to beat all these deals. The way the website is organized, bestsilvergolddeals.com, it's all free, is first we do the gold, then we do the silver at the major dealers, we look at Costco, then we go on to eBay where we use our credit cards to get an even better deal. So don't leave till we get to the end of the video. Half ounce gold eagle this morning is 1,577 at Bullion Exchanges. Half ounce BU Maple, 1,580 at Summit Metals. Half ounce Britannia is 1,582 at Monument Metals. Half ounce Krugerrand is 1,566 at Summit Metals, with a melt price of 31.20 or something. Okay, let's go on to a 1 ounce Gold Eagle, 31.11 at Summit Metals. A BU Buffy is 31.34 at Summit Metals. And no, they are not coming up on Costco these days. A 1 ounce BU Maple is 30.92 at Summit Metals. A 1 ounce Britannia is 30.94 at Monument Metals. Double Eagle AU 3,004, and that is a 0.9675 ounce of gold. It is not pure gold like the Buffalo. It is 90% gold. A 1 ounce Krugerrand, often the cheapest of the sovereign gold coins, 3,044, puts you just a hair over spot on a gold Krugerrand. Not a bad choice, unless we can find it cheaper. The 100 Corona is a pretty good deal also for foreign gold, if you don't mind that, 2,991 at Bullion Exchanges. It is a 0.98 ounce of gold. You can do the math on that, divide by 0.98. Okay, there's gold at spot deals. I won't hit this morning, but you new guys should check all those gold at spot deals, often for new customers. 1 ounce gold in assay this morning is 3,057 at Bullion Exchanges, but wait till we get to Costco on that. You'll save a bunch of money. And here's the Walmart deal. Okay, this is a pretty good deal here. And Walmart will try to charge you sales tax, even when they should not. So these are secondary market in assay. I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe the cards are bent or something, but 3,094. Now, the deal with Walmart, you want to check out through PayPal. Use that PayPal credit card I recommend, and you'll be out the door at spot on that gold bar. If you get the Sunshine Mint, I'd be happy about that. That's Walmart. Okay, here's 1 ounce sovereign gold, 3101 at bullion.com. A little higher today, I think. Okay, Platinum Eagles, if you like those collector coins, which they're not making anymore, 1,168 on a BU Platinum Eagle at Monument Metals. Random Platinum coins, 1,074. And boy, didn't we bounce off 1,000 like we always do? When Platinum gets to $1,000, look for a downturn in the markets, huh? And that happened again. Platinum now sitting at 978. So could it go lower? Yeah, sure it could, but platinum likes to circulate between 900 and 1,000 until such time as we break the lid off the top of that thing, and I think we will. I think gold will pull platinum up in spite of a slowing economy. Okay, a BU Silver Eagle is 36.99 at Bullion Exchanges, 36.59 in a tube of 20. Over at Pinehurst, a tube of 20 is $36.45, but we'll probably find these cheaper on eBay as well. I think I showed you the Walmart deal already. No, on Walmart they are $7.54, and that is going for $37.50. 37.52, about 36.52 on Walmart. Check out with that PayPal card. Check out through PayPal with that PayPal card. Or you could check out through PayPal with the American Express Clear Blue Cash, another card I recommend. Okay, moving on to the buy sell indicator. This is not financial advice, just my opinion, and I'm just one voice in the crowd. But I think this dip is to be bought. Anywhere in the 32s on silver or any 29 handle on gold is a buying opportunity. I put my green light back on. I think this is going to be our last chance to buy the dip before the bull run continues. We're just consolidating at the moment. All right, moving on. Let's keep going here. And let's see. I wanted to show you something really quickly here, which stood out to me. Bullion Exchanges. Oops, sorry. Bullion Exchanges. Okay, the Sell to Us page at Bullion Exchanges. I wanted to just show you these prices really quickly. Let's go to the silver. They're paying 50 cents for Silver Eagles, 50 cents over spot for Silver Eagles. Maples, 50 cents back of spot. 75 cents back on kangaroos. But look at the silver bars. $1 back a spot for silver bars, $1 back a spot for 5 ounce bars, $1 back of spot for kilo bars, and $1 back a spot for 100-ounce bars. These prices, I believe, have come up, so I think they're willing to pay more for your silver these days. Of course, that was more tempting at $34 silver. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out to you. I noticed that this morning. Let's keep going. A silver maple, BU silver maple over at Bullion Exchanges for 35.34. A kangaroo over at Hero Bullion 35.83. A Britannia over at Bullion Exchanges 34.88 this morning. A Krugerrand over at Bullion Exchanges 34.94 BU Krugerrand. And a circulated Philharmonic, not BU, 35.20 over at SD Bullion. Okay, a silver Libertad is 39.95 this morning at SD Bullion. And moving on to Costco. Costco, it's all about the gold, and that's about all you can get there these days. Oh, wait, is that a silver bar? Oh, look at that. No, it's out of stock. I guess it might have been in stock for a minute at $3.19, but you can get these Pamp bars at $3,079. They brought the price down $20. If you check out with your Executive Club membership and a 2% rebate credit card, you'll be in that at about $29.50 or so, well under spot on a beautiful gold bar. And I would probably just get the plain Pamp bar. Everybody knows that one. Okay, maybe a little easier to sell. That is Costco. Good deal this morning. Junk in the trunk this morning is 24.81 times face over at SD Bullion. The 20 rounds near spot are still available at Bullion Exchanges, $6.64 for a tube of 20 buffaloes, it looks like. All right, and moving on to random 10-ounce bars. Those are $3.45 this morning at Golden Eagle. The best kilo price is going to be out of stock at Bullion Exchanges. Let's see if there's another kilo here. And cheapest silver kilo, well, you really ought to grab that Perth Mint deal. But here's a Valcambi at 1,113. That's upscale. Let's see, 1,190. Okay, let me go on to the next one, which I do prefer, and that is this one here. Okay, we put it back in the website, 99 cents over spot for Perth Mint coins, and any of these coins is probably desirable. These are BU coins in capsule. Let's see what they say about these, if there's any possible product defects. I'm not seeing any indication that this would be anything less than BU. Of course, you'd probably hope for the Dragon coin or the Kooks, but you'll probably get the Year of the Rabbit. The Perth Mint Lunar Series is kind of dead in the water these days. But still, beautiful sovereign coins for the price of for less than the price of a kilo bar. And it says VIP only, but I believe that'll work for everyone. Give it a try. Okay, there you go. That's a good deal if you're buying today. We're over on eBay where we're going to try to find better prices using our credit cards. There's a pocket pinger if you need one of those. Let's do Silver Eagles. And maybe these came down a little bit as people get scared out of their positions. And 735 for a 100 feedback seller with very poor feedback. Looks like 751 for a cull lot, 752 for a BU lot, good seller, good feedback. Okay, so that is similar to that Walmart deal. 752 puts you at 37.50, about 36.50 out the door if you use your 3% rebate credit cards when you check out. So pretty decent deal right there. Let's keep going. In a bigger lot, the cheapest big lot is going to be 37.30, about 36.30 out the door. Let's go ahead and click on that. You want to use your PayPal credit card or your American Express Clear Blue Cash, check out through PayPal. Okay, so very nice random Type 1 Silver Eagles, and probably the older the better because they carry a little premium as they get older. Let's do the rotation. All right, Silver Maples are as cheap as $8.75. Is that a real deal? $15 shipping. Nah, he dropped his price. Okay, so $8.90 is the out-the-door price for 2015 Canadian Maples with Shield Guard. $8.90. Let's see if we can beat that. $8.90 for Maples, and Kangaroos as cheap as $900. Britannia's as cheap as $911. Krugerrands as cheap as 916. So we said the maples, right? And the maples were 890. Let's look at our cheat sheet provided for you right here so you can do the math quickly. And 890 with a 3% rebate credit card to get you out the door at 34.53, about $1.50 over spot this morning for maples, which are a pretty good choice. Okay, so we like that maple deal. That one is right. Right. Where are you? That one there. Okay, pretty good deal on maples right there. And good seller as well. Okay, let's keep going. And what do we want to look at? Philharmonics. Don't want to skip those. Philharmonics are as cheap as 717. That'd be about 36 a coin, 35 out the door with a good rebate. Junk in the trunk this morning, smaller lot of $10 face is going to be 250. And free shipping, good seller, good feedback. And it looks like he's got walkers here. They look okay. I see some dates on there. Okay, if you're looking for walkers, if you like numismatics in your junk and you're just putting away little time capsules for the future appreciation, 25 times face, and then you're going to get 75 cents off with a 3% rebate credit card. You'll be at 24.25 times face. Okay, I'll tell you, that's a good deal right there. 24.25 times face is going to be 24.25. It puts you at about 33.80. No, 33.70 melts, about 70 cents over spot melt on the junk we just showed you. Okay, well, let's do a large lot of Mercs. What are those going for? 26 times face, 25.75 out, 25.25 out the door for Mercs. Okay, the Carson Cities are the bomb. You know that. I like those for numismatics. I showed you something I bought the other day that had very good appreciation. Check out that video if you want to see that. Peace dollar, MS64 peace dollars are really quite cheap. Look at that, 50 bucks. 50 bucks for a peace dollar in the slab, MS64. 59 bucks. Gee, so nice, so nice. There's a lot of those out there, so don't expect to get rich on that coin. If you want to have a good long-term hold, these high relief peace dollars are the bomb, and they just don't go down. 15, 16, 1700. Here's an 1800. That ought to be a nice one. Let's see, can we get that cheaper? Let's see, 1567. A little dull on that. I like my coins blast white. 1425, what's up with that? That is an NGC MS64. You got a little tarnish on the rim there. Yeah, very dull. Somebody put that through the washer, looks like. Okay, let's keep going here. Libertads, 5-ounce Libertads are going for 215 for the 23s. 215 for the 24s. Okay, glad we bought those at 180. How about the cheapest kilo? Cheapest kilo this morning is going to be 1,124, under 1,100 out the door for a secondary market kilo with that 3% rebate credit card. Here's your vintage bar of the day. You may not have one of these, but I think the very first wedge-shaped silver bar was made by DHF. And you don't see that in stacks very often. And I don't know, is that from the 70s? I don't know. I think that's from the 70s or so. But that is a pressed bar. Very cool bar to have in your vintage bar stack. Only $3.99 this morning, and that is a good seller. So pick that up if you're looking at for your vintage bar stack. All right, we'll skip the kilo kook. I think we got a better deal over there at the dealer. This one's going to be about $11.10 out the door. It was cheaper at the dealer, huh? Okay, let's do a lot of 1-ounce rounds. 34.78, 33.78 out the door after 3%. And a 20-ounce lot is going to be 35.34 out the door. The cowboy rounds are going for $7.22. That is 36, but 35 out the door if you like those older cowboy rounds. Okay, 100-ounce bar. If you're buying them, you can melt them, you can stack them, you can sell them to bullion exchanges for $1 back a spot. We got to get up to a real listing here. 34.33. Good seller, pretty good feedback, fair feedback, and extra $10 off if you buy multiples. 34.33, take 3% off. You'll be at 33.33, about 33 cents over spot for big 100-ounce bars, which look like they're coming back in demand here. Okay, let's move to the gold. Now I'm going to add 1 gram gold to the eBay sort, and here you go. These are random designs, and they could be circulated. Looks like they are circulated. But 107, okay, take $3 off with a good credit card. You'll be at 104 if you're looking for affordable 1 gram bars. Hopefully something better comes in stock. But that is 1 gram on eBay. Random 1/10 gold, as cheap as $3.34. One random, no, I'm sorry, quarter-ounce gold Eagles are going to be, it looks like eBay changed something. This is out of stock. Let's keep going. $8.34 in stock. Good seller, good feedback, free shipping. $8.34 for a quarter-ounce gold eagle. $24 off would put you at about $8.10 for a gold eagle out the door. Let's move on to random half-ounce gold. It's interesting. The gold eagle. Never mind. Let's see. We're going to have to get up to probably 1,500. We don't want a Liberty. They're not a full half-ounce of gold. This one is out of stock. It's a tickler. Let's keep going. Here's a Krugerrand out of stock also. Got to pay a little bit more. 1530 out of stock. Ugly head coin. Showed you that yesterday. Let's try to find you something better. Oh, what is this? Half-ounce gold proof from Canada. This is 1,568. I showed you this before. Nobody bought it. I guess you don't like that, or you're afraid of Canada. Commemorative Arts, 1583, about 1540 out the door. You know what I forgot to show you? The gold, oh, what was it? A gold eagle? I got to check the gold. I wanted to show you the proof gold. Was it the half-ounce gold eagle? Half-ounce gold eagle. No, yeah, this one here. This is back at the top of the website. 1577 for a half-ounce gold eagle. But this is going to be a proof gold eagle. Very pretty. I doubt that'll come with the box or anything, but I forgot to tell you that was a proof coin. So that is 1577, cheapest half-ounce gold at the big dealers. Let's do half-ounce gold eagles down on eBay. All right, here we are, 1641, and then you're going to take $45 off. It'll be at 1600. So that dealer deal does beat the eBay deal on the gold eagles. Okay, let's keep going. 1 ounce gold eagle this morning. Cheapest 1 ounce is going to be 31.43 out of stock. People are buying these listings. Let's see, 31.79 for the burnished gold eagle. Good seller, good feedback, $12 shipping. He'll take a best offer. Type 2 burnished. There we go. Okay, so 31.79. Take about $100 off, and you'll be at 30.79 for a burnished gold eagle on eBay. I think that'll beat that dealer price there for a 1 ounce gold. All right, let's keep moving here. And anything else? How about a cheap gold buffalo? Getting a little harder to find, aren't they? Ooh, 3,200, and that is a little too small a seller for my taste there. You got to go to 32.29. That'll be 31.29 out the door for a gold buffalo. Nothing smoking about that. The Tudor Dragons are going for $8.19 for a quarter ounce, minus 3%. The cheapest Krugerrand is going for $31.48. Seems a little pricey, but $100 off would put you at $30.48 on a Krugerrand, but those are scruffy. I do not like that deal. Let's move on to a 0.24 ounce gold commemorative. Those are $7.69. And then $20 off, $7.49 for a quarter ounce gold commemorative, $10 off for every 2 items with the discount code there. So what do you be? Maybe $7.59 and then $20 off, $7.39. That would probably beat $7.39 if you bought a couple of those. Would probably beat this deal here. Let's check it. $7.39 versus the commemorative 739 versus 751, you'll save $12 on every commemorative $5 coin. If you're looking for those, eBay is the better spot. Okay, let's just start landing this plane here. Let's get past the eBay listings and we'll stop gold. People asking about nickels. Why nickels? Because pennies are costing 2 to 4 cents a piece for copper pennies when you can get nickels for a nickel at the bank. 75% copper, 25% nickel. You don't think that'll go up over time? They'll stop making them. You'll be able to melt them. Dealers will buy them. At some point in the future, maybe 5-10 years from now, and right now they're already selling for a premium on eBay, shipping included. Here's some things in my eBay store if you want to ask me for a friend discount, some of the bars I pour, and the Precious Metals Verifier, which is a very handy little tool. This is the older model, the cheap one. Okay, before you buy that, use your Capital One credit card extra rebates, and you can get a total of 7% off on that by combining a purchase like this with your 3% PayPal card and your extra kicker deal through Capital One. If you don't know about that, ask me about it. A food saver is essential. If you're going to buy my pick of the day, you want to seal those babies as soon as you get them. Okay, refine your own bars with the Devil Forge. Yeah, it's a little adventurous to be melting 100-ounce bars, but I know you can do it if you want to. Here's the Amex card. It is the bomb. They're going to give you money back. They're going to give you 3% off anywhere you shop with Amex, including eBay if you check out through PayPal. Very, very nice card for you people with better credit. The PayPal credit card is usually the go-to credit card for most people with 3% cash back. Unlimited cash back. You can find a lot of tickler deals, but often they cap out so fast you can't even buy an ounce of gold with them. So I highly recommend that, but don't run a balance. Here's the Quicksilver card, which gets you those extra kicker deals, 1.5% cash back everywhere, and then the extra kicker deals, which I use all the time when I'm shopping, especially on eBay or Chewy, Home Depot, Lowe's, etc. Just big savings come back from that, and it's a really good card to have. Other spot deals for you new guys, the picks of the day, and here is actually the bar that I am desperate to buy. Could be we open up lower on Monday, but you know, they like to beat it down on Fridays and then let it run on Mondays. But if we have a gap down on Monday morning, that would be an extreme buying opportunity for silver and gold, in my opinion, not financial advice. But this is the bar I want, and unfortunately I have to buy $2,000 worth of these to not pay the sales tax. 6,000 bars. It's a remake of the Queen's Beast, but it's just a lovely little bar there. It is not a coin. It is absolutely a bar, but that is future flip potential for you flippers out there. Okay, let's keep moving here. The Black Flag just won't sell out. Let's see, and it is still 40 bucks. And how many of those have they got? Also a good long-term flip. And you can get, look at that, you can get 1,000 of them. Boy, it's amazing how few people are buying collector silver. But at 40 bucks, they are a little pricey. Whereas this bar here at 37 bucks an ounce is only 4 bucks over spot. So for the price of a Silver Eagle, you can get a collectible bar that may flip well in the future if you have a way to sell it. Okay, and let's move on to what comes next. And what comes next are nickels, baby. Nickels, got to have a strong back, but get yourself a pallet. You can usually find those on the street, those wooden pallets, and then put that in your garage and start stacking those boxes of nickels. Throw a tarp over it or something. You won't be moving it if there's a fire, but anyway, you know, I think it'd be wise to put a couple grand into nickels while you can still get them for a nickel. And the copper content definitely exceeds the 5 cents that you pay. It's a no-brainer. I mean, if you could buy silver at $33 and be promised it would never be worth less than $33, such that there was nothing but upside, would you buy silver today? Some of you think it's going lower, I know. But nickels that you buy for a nickel have no downside and tremendous upside. You want to give your kids something? Give them that pallet of nickels in 20 years and see if they're happy about that, if they're smart kids. Okay, the 3 coin shops on YouTube I recommend are having deals every day. And I believe that it was, who was it that had the Engelhard bars? Silverback Stacker. pick those up, and he had a video of those yesterday. So get over there and check out Silverback Stacker. He's showing you those Engelhard bars he picked up very cheap by watching these three dealers, Coinhuskers, Minot, and Vermilion. They've got some good vintage stuff on sale from time to time. You'll get a smoking deal on that. Or if you're just buying junk at 50 cents over spot, or if you're buying generic, or if you're buying Eagles at, what do they charge, 250 over, something like that. All three great dealers. Check out their shipping costs and their shipping methods, and whether or not they will charge you sales tax before you buy anything, but worth stalking all three of these dealers on YouTube. Thank you for supporting my work. I appreciate it very, very much any way you want to do it. And on Amazon, the silica packs, you'll want those with those Queen's Beast bars. Put some of those in the bag when you vacuum seal them. And moving on to, there's that Capital One card, very good card. Click these links here, and that helps the channel. And also click the links on eBay. If you're going to buy something on eBay, when you click those links, that's one of the very few ways that we get financial support for the channel. So I appreciate you doing that. And, well, we won't check what they pay. We saw Bullion Exchanges has pretty good buy prices at the moment, although you'll have to probably send registered mail because they don't send you a free shipping label. And here are some people on stuff they picked up: gold near spot, Costco deals. Oh, maybe I can show you that Silverback Stacker. Where are those? I think it was a YouTube video he did. Here, let's see. Oh, holy moly. Just one second. YouTube. Let's go to Silverback Stacker. There it is right there. Okay, here we go. Silverback Stacker. Please give him a sub. He is doing videos the old-fashioned way where, you know, he's not looking to make any money or anything. He's showing you what he buys. He's a prolific buyer and a great investor and a smart shopper. And he's got a bigger budget than most people. But here are these bars he just picked up, and look at that. They're only plain backs, but anytime you can get Engelhard bars for a few dollars over spot, you just buy them, guys. And here he's showing you about a dozen of these bars he picked up. So get over to Silverback Stacker. He has only got 855 subscribers, and he used to have a much bigger channel. Very, very quality channel, and you'll appreciate his content. He may tempt you a little bit on some stuff you may not want, but a good eclectic stacker there, and I hope you'll sub to him. And anybody that is looking for a shout out, you got a growing YouTube channel, and you know, you're a member of this community, and you want a shout out, I don't want anything for doing that for you guys. I'd be happy to do that for you. The bigger the community, the better the community. And I like small guys over big channels. You get the real deal with the small guys. Okay, so that's it, and I think I'm going to check out right there. Don't forget that thumbs up. If you you know, if you like what you see here, click the bell. YouTube may or may not notify you. I don't know. They don't like me much. Yeah, share the video on your social media. That seems to be helping. Tell your friends where to find the good deals. Get over to the website. You know the drill. Thank you for all your support. Goodbye for now.